stay outside and all that. You just want absolute, and there is no absolute freedom anywhere. If you have given absolute freedom, many of us might be dead by now. So if they tell you there is danger in one place and you say, look, it's my life, and you go in, and you are dead, that's the kind of attitude. So that is where you have the place of the law. Law will come, enforcement will follow. So that is where the government will have to put his foot on the ground, that these are the guidelines. If you go against these guidelines, this is what will happen, and don't joke about it. I made an example. If you get to a pub or a hotel or an entertainment center, for instance, and you cannot find anything called hand washing materials there, no water, no soap, you don't even need to go inside anymore. Or maybe they don't want to put it at their gate, it's not at the reception. Then you know that these ones, they are not ready to cooperate. What do? You shut it down. And once you put the seal there, they know that once they break the seal, they are looking for a bigger trouble. So it is the government, it is the officials, of course, if they will not compromise, that they will make sure that, look, they know what they are looking for. They have a checklist that once I get to this place, the state government has said, or Ministry of Health has said, these are the 10 things we need to check. Now, are they abiding by these 10 regulations or 5 regulations? Or if you miss one of them, what should we do? Which one is the most important regulation, that you need to follow? Those are the rules. So don't expect that everybody will be sane in a society. Prisons, because some people will not just they don't want to behave themselves. They will always go against the law. That's where you have some other places where you keep some other people. So I think it is the responsibility of the government. Yes, you have some responsible citizens. They love their own lives. They also love their loved ones. They don't want to take that kind of infection home. When they are at banks, they stay at safe distance and all that. So if some other people will not want to do that, those are the ones you need to make bad examples, of those people. And of course, every other person should be able to sit up. By the time you pick 1 or 2 people, or you shut down 1 or 2 bars, then the others will know that the government is not joking. But when you just allow them that latitude to behave anyhow, they will tell you that, look, they are just talking. They won't do anything. They are just like a toothless bulldog, and it's business as usual. And of course, all of us we have to blame ourselves for that.
All right. Of course, this discussion is not useful for Lagos alone, because in a matter of weeks, I'm sure a lot of other states of the country will begin to talk about reopening some of these places, especially at this period. But we'll see how it goes. Police lament absence of COVID-19 job allowance, face masks, others is on the Punch this morning. Policemen deployed in the enforcement of the ban on interstate movements and other COVID-19 related assignments have cried out over non-provision of special allowance and face masks for them. The policemen who spoke to the Punch on Sunday on
because of what they've seen of some of these guys who are complaining, helping themselves, on the road. We've talked about many of them compromising the lockdown because they need to put something in the pocket. You remember the policeman, I think the DCO, who was arrested in Lagos after collecting 40,000 naira from a motorist who they arrested, and they should have prosecuted after, and they've been collecting 50,000 naira each from every motorist they arrested until that got to that level. So if you are talking about allowances, perhaps some people will just say, look, you're already helping yourself, Joe, don't disturb us. But it's not that easy.
But then there has to be some official arrangement.
No. That's where I'm justifying anybody helping himself at roadblocks. I'm just throwing it out there to some of my police friends. Some of them will they should be laughing at what I'm saying, but it's the truth. I'm talking about public perception. Now let's leave that and go to the very serious matter of taking care of people who are in the front line. You talk about the first person or the first group of people will be the nurses, the doctors, the volunteers. Then you have some officials of government too, apart from those, at least we talk about commissioners of health, minister of health and all those people. Then you announce a lockdown and you want it to be enforced. That's where the police come in. Not just the police, the NSCDC, the FRSC. They are doing special jobs because this is not a job that you want to do. You just want to arrest somebody. You don't even know the person you want to arrest if he's already infected. There was this video, of course, comic video I watched. A policeman arrested somebody, and before he knew it, the man was able to send the policeman running because he just started coughing and sneezing and they ran away. Now that is comical, but it's a serious matter because you need to protect these people too. They are also going home to their children, their wives, their husbands, and there you just leave them. I saw a fake mask on very senior police officers were using. I think they were with one AIG. I won't mention the zone. And the fake mask they were using had police insignia, the logo of the Nigerian police. And you won't find them on all policemen. It's just for the ogas. So who is taking care of all those people you just put at the roadblock? They are there. Even when it was raining, I was going drizzling in a way. I was going to Ibadan. At that Bakare area, you have about 3 roadblocks. They were there. There was no shelter for them. Governor Seyi Makinde promised that they were going to make their job easier by providing shelter. Nothing has been done. That is an example. I'm not vilifying the governor, but he made a promise. Is the federal government thinking about giving them shelter because they are not supposed to leave that place? When you're on the Lagos Ibadan Expressway, you at Ajebo area, you see them having a permanent roadblock with concrete, the slabs that they have on the road. They are there permanently. If it's raining, when it's sunny, sometimes even within the Abeokuta, because of the sun, some of the people that are supposed to be checking people, where are you going and all that, you see them standing by the roadside because the sun was too much for them. So I think it's the normal way we treat our policemen, uniform men. The ogas are enjoying, but the boys on the road, who is taking care of them? No insurance for them. If anything now, you're already counting how many numbers of policemen are
infected
or dead now. Same with doctors and nurses. Now you when you add that to the fear or the panic, you are just saying one thing, that look, a policeman will just, or a policewoman will just feel, look, I cannot come and kill myself. See, if they want to pass, let them pass. It doesn't mean that maybe such a person or such people, they've collected money from those motorists. They will just feel that, look, I'm also going back home to meet my loved ones. So it's a serious matter that has been raised. I hope from the IG or the Police Service Commission, they would think about something. Many of the fake masks you even see the policemen using, truly many of them bought them. Some organizations gave them to do that. It's not bad that you want to support the police, but officially, what is the policy from the IG to the least policeman concerning protection against COVID-19? I don't see anything.
Police lament absence of COVID-19 job allowance, face masks, others. That's on the Punch this morning. Very swiftly this morning. The Pembrokeshire newspapers with this story says coronavirus APC denounced call for arrest of Governor Abiodun's aides is right there on the Pembrokeshire newspapers. Of course, there had been a report that the governor had ordered the arrest of some of his aides, including his chief of staff, his special assistant on politics, because they violated social distancing measures on coronavirus. Anyway, the party, that's APC, they've come out to say that it is fake news and that nothing of such happened. You can check out that story. Coronavirus APC denounced call for arrest of Governor Abiodun's aides is on the Pembrokeshire newspapers this morning. There's also this one, as far as the Pembrokeshire newspapers is concerned. Governor Seyi Makinde silent on identity of company with record of 30 workers tested positive for coronavirus in Ibadan. The state government has disclosed that a company located in Ibadan Southwest local government area has been shut down following discovery of 30 of its employees who tested positive for coronavirus. Pembrokeshire reports that Governor Seyi Makinde, who made this known on his official Twitter handle on Saturday, however, kept mute about the identity of the said company, adding that the establishment will be decontaminated. 30 of these cases are members of staff of the company. The COVID-19 confirmation test for 31 suspected cases came back positive. The organization has been shut down and will be decontaminated, he said. Pembrokeshire further reports that the governor, however, urged members of the public to remain calm, assuring that the situation was under control, adding intensified contact tracing has already been commenced. We will give an update on any additional measures that may need to be taken. Pembrokeshire also reports that Makinde appealed to those who believe they could have come in contact with the coronavirus case in the state should also register. The governor also said the state had introduced the drive-through walk-through testing at Damasigba Stadium and urged those with coronavirus symptoms to register with the emergency center. Anyway, the rest of that story you'll find on the Pembrokeshire newspapers. Governor Makinde silent on identity of company with record of 30 workers tested positive for coronavirus in Ibadan is on the Pembrokeshire newspapers this morning. Because for those who would, I know that we've had this discussion one time or the other as far as identity of company.
That's intense. And the same thing is going on in Oyo State. I don't know why the interest the governor or the government has in that company. Now, these are the dangers. You only tested 30 people. I believe more people are in that company. Or maybe that's the entire you have there. Because we even heard it's a factory. Now, I'll still come to that. And these people will have gone home. Perhaps some of them will have visited some bars if they drink. Some will have gone to the markets. Some will have visited some friends. Some friends will have visited them. Now, from the story I got yesterday, from those 30 people, They are tracking about 100 people. Now, will you be able to track those 100 people? There are some banks around that area, because from what we are getting, from the investigation we are doing, if that company is not in Dugbe, it's in Oluyole Estate, going by the local government, Oluyole Industrial Estate. There are some companies there that are notorious even for the way they deal with their staff. There, you have some companies owned by some expatriates that in fact they lock people up. Nigerians, they lock them up in the factory, asking them even during sanitation period, during election period, those guys must work 24 hours, 48 hours. They are locked up in those factories. Now, if it's these factories that our minds are going to, then we are in bigger trouble with the cover up, the official cover up we are getting from the state government. So they need to tell the world that, look, it is this company. It's not to blacklist them. No, it might not be their fault. Somebody might just work carelessly, pick it up somewhere and bring it there. But you need to shut it down. Like they say, they are shutting it down now. It's not enough, because if somebody had been there in the last 1 week or just few days ago, this thing was announced Saturday night. So if somebody had been there, the person will be able to check. Now let me tell you this: a friend in one of the top banks, the chief security officer at one of the top banks in Nigeria, they have branches in Dugbe. They have in Oluyole about 2, just to service those factories and companies that are there. Was asking me whether I had information yesterday evening about the company they are talking about, that I want to shut down, want to tell the management of First Bank to shut down those branches there, just to make sure again that their own staff, because they will have moved money to some of those branches. Now that is the situation we found ourselves. Maybe the governor is still trying to do some investigation, but I think it is better late than if he's going to tell people this morning. Then a lot of people will have to do what? Just put on their guard that, look, if you have a son who worked in that factory, you have a sister there, you have anybody who work around that place, please quarantine yourself for now and be careful who you meet or where you go or who you maybe even attend to.
Anyway, we'll see how it goes in Oyo State. During the weekend, Madagascar recorded its first coronavirus casualty. There's this headline on the Pempishi newspapers. Says, a few days after Nigeria received brotherly love herbs gift, Madagascar records first death. The stories to look out for. Madagascar and one other country recorded their first casualty over the weekend. Interestingly, quite a number of countries are already talking about how the number of casualties are dropping day by day and the number of new cases are dropping. Anyway, away from that, very quickly, I did mention the latest update by the NCDC yesterday, just to give you a breakdown very quickly. Would have done this earlier. The NCDC announced 338 new confirmed cases yesterday, bringing the total to 5,959 cases in the country. That breakdown is on many of the dailies: The Guardian, The Tribune, The Premium Time.
in everyone. It now depends on how you treat yours. I've said it earlier on this show. Human beings will just want to fly through. So what do? You wield the big stick. What are you going to do to that? If you have the power, I don't know what they will call it in aviation industry. You ground the aircraft, and you make them to pay, for flouting the rules of the country. That's what it's a very straightforward thing. I don't think it's something anybody should argue about. You've done this. This is the punishment for it, or penalty for it.
Just before we get to hear from you this morning, let's quick mention coronavirus. Expect new directives from Buhari.
The narrative, but ASU might also want to also demarcate the IPPIS,
or maybe they're just saying what is
because
happening.
they never liked it anyway. So I don't know what system or scheme we have in this country that has not been bastardized. So this is something that had been on. It's being used to even expunge. At least it's been confirmed to expunge ghost workers and what have you.
And then the federal government says they've saved some amount of money.
Exactly.
Although ASU continues to say not.
One cannot just take this story alone and say, oh, IPPS is bad, or because ASU is not talking about it, or you say IPPIS, oh, is the best thing to happen to this country. Right. I think the discussion should continue. Now ASU has raised it. Let the federal government, through the Ministry of Finance, let them react to it.
All right. At Fresh FM, Abeokuta on Twitter is how you get your thoughts across to us via that avenue. The numbers to call 0815 432 1079, 0815 432 1079, 0818 111 1079, 0818 111 1079. Those are the numbers to call to talk to us this morning on the program. Remember, at Fresh FM Abeokuta on Twitter, that's the avenue for you. We'll be taking some of your tweets as quickly as we can. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Wale and Mr. Johnson.
Good morning.
Yeah,
There was a lot of noise. We could barely hear you. It was only a matter of time, but you could try to call us back. We'll be taking your tweets as they come in very quickly. Oluwatosin Oyedele says, taking personal responsibility for safety is good, but a third world economy like ours will make people take irrational and illogical decisions and steps, all in a bid for economic survival. It will be difficult to achieve physical distancing in commercial vehicles. But Adamlola says COVID-19 case in a factory in Ibadan is very scary. At the moment, it will be very difficult for them to know how far the virus has been transmitted by those who have contracted it already. They must mention the company name for safety purpose. Hello? What's going on with the connection? We lost that call.